Hello, Bill Tucker from datinginsidesecrets.com. How would you like to know how to crush any relationship? Whether that's a present day relationship or whether it's a relationship that you're just about to enter into with a new partner. There's only 3 words, and I really want to help you understand this because it took me a long time to get it. But now I get it, I go, now it makes so much more sense. So, 3 words are expectation, disappointment, judgment. Always in that order, because it becomes a loop and it goes from judgment to expectation, disappointment, judgment. I'll explain it. So, this story starts way back, early on, very first memories. Our parents have expectations on how we should behave, what we should do, everything. And obviously they have their own expectations for their reason, whether they just want an easy life or whether they want us to behave a certain way for their benefit or for the family's benefit or for other people. So, if we don't meet their expectation, no matter how well-meaning they are, then potentially they're going to be disappointed in us. And that disappointment is going to lead to judgment, that you didn't meet my expectations. And then there's a problem, because then it goes right back to expectation. So here we are stuck in this loop. Now, if you didn't expect your parents to react the way they did, you're going to be disappointed. You may not be thinking those words when you're really young, but you're going to go, whoa, what did I do wrong? What did I say wrong? What happened? We're just trying to make sense in a young world. And we're obviously thinking as a baby, as a young child, and we're not thinking as an adult, seeing life through their perspective. So it doesn't make any sense. And then we take it on personally, almost as if it must be my fault in some way or other. So, expectation, disappointment, judgment. Now, we carry this through life. Then we go to school. Our teachers expect us to behave a certain way for their benefit or to fit into the system or whatever it is. Or we don't make the grade. I certainly never made the grade. So those expectations lead to disappointment, maybe in ourselves, maybe in other people, maybe your favourite teacher, maybe your other classmates, maybe your parents. So then there's going to be judgment. You should have done better. And this is where the words should and shouldn't are introduced. These words really want to be dumped from our vocabulary forever, absolutely forever. So, because they're judgment words, either on ourselves or on other people. So, then we grow up, we go to work. Expectation. You're expected to behave a certain way to fit into the company or to do the job you're meant to do. You're meant to be really good or whatever, or to succeed or move forward. Then disappointment, either from other people, from your boss, colleagues, or from yourself. Judgment. And then you're back in the loop. Now, this carries on into every single relationship we've had with everyone. Absolutely everyone. And I want you to have a look, check in with yourself and your life and all the people you interact with on a daily basis and see how true this rings for you and how often this appears in your life. The only way we can get disappointed with someone else, as in how they behave or don't behave, for our benefit, of course, the only way we can be disappointed in them is because they didn't meet our expectations. And if they don't meet our expectations, we take it personally. They should have met my expectations. Oh yeah, sure. The same as we should have met their expectations. But the problem is, especially in romantic relationships, and men are not that good at understanding women's expectations. Women are much more complex. And they think in a much more complex way, they feel in a much more complex way. And women can get other women in the way that men can't. And a man, it has to be spelled out to a man what your expectations are, because you're expecting your man to come home with flowers or whatever it is, or to treat you special or to make you feel special by doing or saying a certain thing. Straight over the head. Unless that man really knows you and really gets this stuff, it's going to go straight past them. So a really good thing to do is in any of our relationships is that before we walk through the door, say we're out and you come home and your partner's home, then check in. Have I any expectations on how they should look, behave, or be before I walk through the door? And if I have, maybe I should let them go now, or at least let them know that I've got these expectations on them. And whether those expectations are met or not, am I going to be really disappointed in this and I'm going to judge them? Or am I going to judge myself? So on dating, you look at men's profiles on the dating sites, or in person, you see a man, you judge him. Yes, no, yes, no. Expectation. We all have our expectations all the time. But the problem is most other people don't know we've got the expectations on them. So we expect them to look, to behave, or to meet our criteria. And they don't do that, so you're disappointed, and then you judge them, and they're not good. They're useless. So you do meet a good guy, and you fall for this guy, and he just doesn't behave in the way that you expect. Slight problem. That disappointment's going to eat you from the inside out, and it's going to get in between you and that guy every single time, and he's going to go, "What's up, honey? What's wrong?" And you go, "Nothing." And it's going to form that undercurrent, either way around, whether that's from the guy or the woman, makes no difference. It's going to form that undercurrent of resentment. So you're stuck in that expectation, disappointment, judgment every single time. It crucifies even a good relationship. And this is why it's really good when you've got a little bit of time before your next relationship to have a look at this stuff and see where your expectations are on yourself, and where you've been unfairly judged in the past, and where you're unfairly judging yourself or other people. And obviously when other people have expectations on us that we don't want, or we didn't ask for, and we're not going to meet, or we can't meet, that's going to cause a problem. So just have a look in your own life for these expectation, disappointment, judgment, and just check in with yourself as you're going through life and go, before I meet this person, even for a tiny interaction over coffee, or even just to buy something in a shop, have I any expectation of how this person should behave for my benefit? And check in. Because it's really good to soften that and let that expectation stuff go before you walk through the door, every single time and everywhere you go, because it's going to crucify you, it's going to crucify them. And the problem is we don't always know what other people's expectations on us are, so they're pretty much going to be disappointed. So just have a check-in for yourself. I can promise you it crucifies any relationship from the inside out. So Bill Tucker, datinginsidesecrets.com. I look forward to connecting with you very soon. Bye for now then.